Yo, what's good? It's your main correspondent, Alan Taylor, and I'm back in the broadcast room yet again, always with another one. And yes, it is another one. So, the woman went viral. I want to say it's been about a week or two now that the lady with 7 kids went viral. And the young lady that was speaking to her, Kittie Rose, she well known, what I'm saying? Shout out to her. I like Kittie. She, shout out to her. Real talk. But what Kittie was trying to do in so many words and things like that, and I understand she had to, she wanted to take it a little light with the lady and in order to, make sure that the lady was comfortable enough to tell her story, because we need the truth. But the thing of it is that now people are trying to, come after Kittie, talking about this and that and woo the woo. And Kittie, she had a response. So we're going to go here now. And we're going to put these quarters, nickels, and dimes in on the times.
Some of y'all woke up this morning on this good fine Tuesday and said, I'ma hate Kittie. Make sure when you say I hate you, you send a purple heart. I like purple. Let's talk about the video that y'all keep on DMing me about. The woman with 7 kids, all under the age of 12. When asked about the divorce, there was no abuse or anything like that. It was just common issues that couples face. 12 years, maybe more than 12 years of time where you could have actually focused on what the actual problems were. But this is the issue that I have with so many women. I don't delude reality. Out of 12 years, you kept up with your sexual obligation and you stayed pregnant, 7 children, but you didn't keep up. Neither one of you all kept up. You nor that man kept up with the obligations of what is going to make a relationship and a marriage sustain. You didn't.
And that's the truth. That's just the basics of it.
And what the French toast is there to think about?
It's nothing to think about out here. So 12 years, y'all, you like she said, they kept up with the mating rituals and things like that, but they didn't keep up with anything else that's actually also needed to maintain a healthy, sustainable relationship. And, she pointed that out. She tried to tell the young lady about, the factor of what she was trying to receive. And it's, of course, in a smooth way, she, basically letting her know. So, what people really got mad at is the fact that she actually told this woman to go back to her baby daddy in so many words. Let's just keep that real.
You can't make this shit up.
You didn't fix the problems by keep on having kids. She asked if she can have a quality man. You absolutely can have a quality man. Now let's factor in some stuff with y'all selfish tales, because some of y'all are so selfish. I always talking about, I want a quality man, a quality man. What do you think he's going to want? A quality woman as well. And quality just does not mean financially. It just doesn't mean because you can submit and take care of the household and tend to his sexual needs. No. Relationships take attention, time, togetherness, collaboration, things like that. And when we factor in children, especially a good number of children, is it going to be a quality relationship? You know how many times I have had couples, blended families, merged families together, where there was a man who complained that she won't let me discipline her kids. She won't let me discipline her son. And I'm not talking about whooping them. I'm talking about actually creating structure for a child, especially young boys. If I can tell y'all all of the horror stories from how women have enabled their children come into a relationship.
And that's the point. That's the point when it comes to dealing with these blended families. Most of the time, you're gonna run into that factor due to the fact that that child is not biologically yours. And also, as a man, you're going to want to have discipline in your household. You're going to set rules. There's going to be certain laws in place that should not be broken by any means.
Thank me in the morning.
Real talk. That should not be broken by any means. And also another factor, this by having said blended family, that if the father is stealing those children's lives, he has his own set of rules and things like that for his biological children, because technically those are his kids. So of course these children are not going to listen to mom's new man because they have their own father with his own set of rules and laws and restrictions and shit like that. So it's, you know,
What the French toast is there to think about?
it just, man, stop it.
You can't make this shit up.
With selfish needs. They had children, but all they focus on is if a man can make them feel good, what can he do for me? And not consider the relationship that he has to have with the children. And I'm not talking about taking them to school or buying them something to eat. I'm not talking about that stuff. I'm talking about the things that make that person a parent or a father. Somebody wrote me and said, well, she has her own money.
Now hold on here. I'm gonna go here too with what she just said. That's definitely right. You have to, in a blended family like that, those children have to have a certain type of bond with the stepfather to where they can mentally allow the stepfather to discipline them as a child, because we all know that children need discipline, regardless of what. Regardless of what. And if that child does not allow stepfather to discipline them, and mom steps in and she's trying to discipline them still her own way, he's not leading that household at all. He's not leading that household.
What the French toast is there to think
He's not.
about?
Whether y'all like to say this or that or not, see, this is the thing. If you plan the step situation and stuff like that, you have to turn over also discipline parental rights to set step parent. You can't sit there and be like, no, I don't want you to do this. I don't want you to do that. That's my child. That's my child. But that child is living under my roof at the same time too. I have certain restrictions. Certain restrictions, certain things that I don't want done certain types of ways in my house. It's just not going to work that way.
And if she gets sick, honey bun, when a woman has all the children, okay, you get sick, you have a relationship with this man, I'm sure you're going to hope that he looks out for you in some type of way.
Right.
But looking out for you also means that he has to look out for 7 other human beings as well. When those kids enter this relationship with you, because if you all, with your delusional selves, believe that a woman is just going to enter the relationship for herself with just her and that man, and she has 7 children, man, how delusional are you to believe that? This woman is entering the relationship with 7 dependents. That means that this man is possibly taking on 8 dependents. Because if something happens to that woman, no matter how good she is financially, she's going to have to rely and depend on him.
Right. Right. And another thing too, the thing of it is, like I'm saying, as far as the dealing with the step parent situation, and in that case, if the mother does get sick and she has been, excluding the stepfather from allowing to be the disciplinary in the family and things like that, let's say the mother does get sick, she gets down, she can no longer discipline. Now these children would not listen to the stepfather at all. Okay, so that's total chaos in the house. Then on top of that, let alone they actually still have their own blood father in their lives. That's total controversy. That's chaos in the next man's home. Now, with that being said, here's an uncomfortable truth about something. Here's an uncomfortable truth. Hold on. If you're going to have all these blended families and stuff like that, this is how it should go then at this point. Both of the fathers, if the biological father is still in the children's lives, both of the men need to sit down and figure out a way for the proper discipline of all these children out here. But no, I know you don't want to go there. I know you do not want to go there, because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, in order to do so, you're going to have to, allow both men to sit down and figure out something. But if the mother of those children actually has a grudge against the biological father, she don't want him around anyway. And then it's problems between them two. And then she doesn't want the new man to meet the old man, because she done filled the new man's head with a bunch of propaganda about the father. So, I mean,
and so are her children. Does that not make sense to you all? Which is the reason why I said he has to have the financial footing. We know when y'all talk about a quality man, you're not just talking about morals and behaviors and stuff. You're talking about financial stability and security as well. Stop playing with me. I don't even have 7 children, but I have enough children to tell you that, yeah, sometimes tending to all of my children's needs takes away from my marriage. And we have to be really conscious of the effort that we put into one another, considering the fact that we do have a blended family with multiple kids. So if we're talking about 7 kids, baby, I saw some of the messages in my DM and I was like, wow, something's really wrong with y'all. And I feel bad for whoever's dealing with y'all. I really do. To sit here and come out so selfishly, so entitled, this is for you all in the DMs, to think that all that matters is a quality man meeting her needs. Like she's not going to have to show up in that relationship with that quality man that she desires to meet his needs and give a quality relationship and make sure she has balance on her side.
And that's another whole thing right there, especially what Kittie was explaining basically that the fact that the mother is so selfish in this scenario here, to where she only thinks that the next father or stepfather or anything like that is supposed to only show up for her needs, period. When she's dragging 7 children behind her that actually have needs, wants, that you need to be responsible for, to keep these children out of trouble, to keep these children on the straight and narrow, to keep these children educated, fed properly, things like that. I mean, and for her to sit there and think that the stepfather is only supposed to be there just for her with that many people in tow it's just stupid. It's just stupid all the way around.
God damn it. You can't make this shit up.
You old fish-eyed fool.
Lets me know why so many of y'all relationships fail, because y'all are selfish. When we're talking about we want a quality person, it starts off with what I want. What can you give, honey bun? Like I said, 7 children. Oldest was 12. I think the youngest was maybe around 4 or 5 or something like that.
Damn. The oldest was 12. The youngest was what Kittie say, 4 maybe. So these are all really under were preteen children and real, small children. That's a lot of chaos in one household with 7 children that technically are not yours as a man. Like that is a lot on you, bro. That's a lot.
French toast is there to think about.
That's a lot. And like I said in my previous video that I covered on this situation, she definitely would need a man that's making close to $500,000 a year in order to have a decent household, to take care of all 7 of the children. And then also, like I said, let alone if he has children that he's bringing into the family as well, because it's a blended family, right? So it would take her to get a man that's making that type of money to really be a productive man for that family, that large of a family too. And those types of men are just not, they're not coming in droves like that. And for a man to have that type of income and stability and stuff like that, I really seriously doubt if he gonna take on a chick with 7 kids. Let's just be honest with you.
And what the French toast is there to think about?
Hey,
You old fish-eyed fool.
That is 12 plus years that you all could have fixed the problems, but you chose to either mask the problems or try to fix the problems by constantly having kids. You can absolutely find a unicorn. Many of us have found a unicorn, but it's not promising. And I don't like to delude reality, and I don't like to give people false hope. Give you something to put on your brain as you are pursuing or looking for a quality man. With a child that's that young, and this child really can't do much for themselves, they're going to rely on you as a mother. You need to put your focus into your children. Let them get a little older first. I know we have needs, don't get me wrong, unless you want to go have somebody that you can just link up with and, do your thing from time to time. Yeah.
Hey, I did say that too. Hey, be honest with you. In the previous video I covered on this right here, I did say that she would, at this point right here, she would probably, because from the way the video went down, and Kittie told her you might need to go back to your baby daddy or your ex-husband or whatever and deal with the situation and just, figure it out. And she had that look. Of course, the lady had that look on her face like, nah, that's not an option. But baby, listen, look, you carrying 7 people behind you. They're all basically super minor children. Not one of them is at least, a super teenager or anything like that. You bring in that type of baggage, and you're going to need a man that's making that type of money to sustain that type of lifestyle financially. It's just, man, baby, ain't no man taking that deal like that.
Thank me in the morning.
You ain't right, man.
Oh, I'm right. You'll see.
It's not. And I understand a lot of these women out here nowadays, they want this unicorn man, and this and that. And man, it's just not gonna work. What you looking for is gonna be definitely hard to find. Yeah, she probably would have to let these children grow up a little bit more in order to find a dude. At least let 2 or 3 of them kids grow up enough to where they out the house, basically. I mean, I'm just being honest out here.
So what the French toast is there to think about?
At least 3 or 4 of them kids gonna have to grow up and get up out that house in order for you to get a man that's gonna want to come in and try to help you with the rest. And then too, the father's he's still around, so he still has it. Those are his children, so he still has influence over his children. So that's another man actually making rules in your damn house as a man, because he's going to have rules for his children now. So, you got to think about these things when we're talking about blending families and doing all this type of stuff. Unless the father's passed away, other than that, it's not going to work the way that we think it should work. Like, just be honest.
Yeah, but if you're talking about somebody you can actually create a relationship or create a new marriage with, there's some stuff that you got to factor in. And I think it's beautiful that this woman has everything going for herself. I do. But reality is still there. But, all in all, on this fine day, I take hate gifts as well. If y'all want to send me some money to go give me some Starbucks, I'll take it. Y'all have a good day. Bye, babies.
So, and that's just it, man. I'm telling you, it's going to be definitely hard for a situation like that. And, shout out to that woman. Hope she do, figure things out. She really do need to, seek the child father out and try to work that out. But, man, Kittie was telling the woman the truth. Like, you bringing a lot of baggage and turmoil here. And for those people to go after Kittie and be like, well, whatever they said in DM, stuff like that, obviously they was talking out the side of their neck because she had to respond to it. So, they didn't want to understand the truth about the matter. They just wanted to stay in delusion and have all this false hope about a woman with that type of lifestyle, that many children can actually, find Prince Charles or some shit. It's like, no.
Hey, what the French toast is there to think about?
No. It's not gonna work, man. But hey, though, it is what it is, man. Hey, shout out to all my subscribers out there. Mad love to y'all. If you're new to the channel, please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Make sure you ring that bell to be notified when I decide to post things. And like I always say,
and that, my friends, is the bottom line.
That, my friends, is the bottom line. Mad love to all my subscribers. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. Please comment. My link to my X, TikTok, and my email are down below. And I always show the Bottom Line News some love. And like I always say,
and that, my friends, is the bottom line.
That, my friends, is the bottom line.
Who responsible for all these hoes in the street? You?
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
Kittie, what are you doing? And she's like, a girl's got to do what a girl's got to do.